To experience the supernatural, such as healing the body, creating new unimaginable opportunities, and mystical and transcendent experiences, it is essential to master the concept of the present moment, the eternal now. This concept goes beyond simply focusing on the present. It's about delving deeply into the experience of the current moment, where all possibilities meet. Most people have a superficial understanding of the concept of living in the present, often interpreting it as a recommendation not to worry about the future or dwell on the past. However, to access the supernatural, a deeper level of consciousness is required. This involves not only being mindful of the present, but also recognizing that the eternal now is the only true and unchanging reality. When you truly ground yourself in the eternal now, you begin to perceive a new dimension of reality. Here, the separation between the self and the universe dissolves, allowing for a deeper connection with the natural flow of things. It is in this state of pure presence that the supernatural can manifest. Healing the body, for example, is not just a matter of trying to stay healthy. It's about being so in tune with the present moment that physical and mental limitations are transcended. Furthermore, the creation of unimaginable new opportunities comes when you are fully present. The eternal now is a point of infinite potentiality. By freeing yourself from the limitations of linear time and expectations of the future, you make room for new possibilities to reveal themselves in unexpected ways. Living these mystical and transcendent experiences also requires a continuous practice of presence. This could involve meditation, mindfulness, or any other practice that helps you connect with the present moment more deeply and constantly. When you are truly immersed in the eternal now, you not only experience the supernatural more vividly, but you also become more aligned with the deeper essence of your own existence and the universe around you. In the context of the eternal now, reality is perceived more directly and authentically. Limitations that once seemed fixed and unchanging begin to dissolve, and you can experience a continuous flow of energy and possibilities. This happens because by connecting deeply with the present, you align yourself with the fundamental truth that creation and manifestation are constant and dynamic. To deepen this experience, it is helpful to cultivate an attitude of curiosity and openness. Rather than trying to force or control the experience of the supernatural, it is more effective to allow it to arise naturally. This means letting go of the need to understand or explain everything, and instead trusting the process and sensations that emerge from the present moment. Surrendering to the flow of the eternal now allows you to become a more receptive channel for transcendental and supernatural experiences. Another important dimension is the impact of intention. Conscious intention aligned with the present can be a powerful tool. When you are truly present, your intentions have a stronger potential to influence reality. For example, if you want to manifest a new opportunity or healing, being deeply immersed in the present and focused on your intentions can create a resonance that facilitates these manifestations. It is also essential to recognize that the path to experiencing the supernatural is personal and unique. Each individual will have their own process and ways of connecting with the eternal now. Some practices that can help include contemplative meditation, practicing gratitude, and immersing yourself in activities that promote a sense of unity and connection. Furthermore, the experience of the supernatural often involves a sense of wonder and awe. Allow yourself to feel the profound impact of these experiences and don't hesitate to express your gratitude. This recognition and appreciation of the supernatural strengthens your ability to connect with it in a deeper and more ongoing way. In short, to experience the supernatural, it is crucial to master the concept of the eternal now, going beyond the superficial understanding of the present. By anchoring yourself deeply in the current moment, you open doors to a richer and more expansive reality, where healing, the creation of opportunities and transcendental experiences become possible and real. Deep understanding of the present moment goes far beyond simply being aware of the here and now. It's about transcending the limitations of the physical world and the identities we construct for ourselves. To reach this depth, it is necessary to let go of memories and limited perceptions of who you are, and open yourself to a broader, more transcendent experience. In the present moment, you can find a more direct connection with what is most fundamental and mystical, something that is beyond the constructs of the ego and the limitations of the body. It is a state in which you are not just a passive observer, but rather an integral part of something much larger and universal. To access this deeper understanding, it is essential to let go of identification with memory and personal identity. This means freeing yourself from the expectations, judgments, and beliefs you carry about yourself and the world. Instead, allow a broader, more intuitive awareness to guide your perceptions and experiences. This process may involve practices such as meditation, contemplation, and deep introspection, which help to shift the focus away from external distractions and internal limitations. In doing so, you can experience a sense of oneness with the present moment that transcends time, identity, and space. It is a form of direct connection with the universal flow of life, where the separation between the self and the universe begins to disappear. By exploring this deeper understanding of the present moment, you may realize that the experience transcends linear time and the conventional perception of reality. In this state, the past and the future lose their importance, as the focus is on the now, which is the only moment that really exists and where everything happens. The present moment is where the true essence of things reveals itself. When you are fully present, the separation between the observer and the observed diminishes, allowing for a more integrated and authentic experience of life. This can lead to a sense of inner peace, clarity, and connection that cannot be achieved through analysis or reflection on the past or future. This practice of living in the present can also reveal a deeper understanding of the purpose and meaning of life. As you let go of the limitations of personal identity and everyday concerns, you begin to see beyond appearances and realize a deeper connection with the universe and other people. Furthermore, by freeing yourself from the bonds of ego and personal expectations, you can begin to experience greater freedom and creativity. Limitations imposed by linear thinking and personal beliefs dissolve, allowing you to move more fluidly and spontaneously in the flow of life. This state of presence can also help you deal with challenges and adversity more effectively. When you are fully present, it is easier to respond to situations in a balanced and intuitive way without being dragged down by fears or worries. The answer comes from a place of clarity and calm, which can result in more effective and creative solutions. Ultimately, deeply understanding the present moment is an ongoing and personal journey. It's not about reaching a final or perfect state, but about exploring and experiencing the depth of now in a constant way. Each present moment offers an opportunity to connect more deeply with the essence of life and with one's own being, revealing a new perspective and greater personal fulfillment. The functioning of the brain and neural networks is a fascinating and complex topic. The human brain is an extraordinarily adaptable and dynamic organ. When we perform a specific task, such as driving, taking a shower, or singing, different areas of the brain are activated. Each of these activities requires a unique combination of cognitive, emotional, and motor skills. When you're driving, for example, your brain activates neural networks associated with motor coordination, spatial perception, and quick decision-making. This network may involve the visual cortex to process what you see, the motor cortex to coordinate movements, and other areas involved in planning and executing the task. When you are taking a shower, brain activation can be more focused on functions related to memory, habits, and even relaxation. Routine and familiarity with the task can make some areas of the brain become more efficient and automatic. In the case of singing or listening to music, different neural networks come into play. Musical processing involves areas associated with hearing, such as the auditory cortex, and regions that deal with emotions, such as the limbic system. Singing can also activate areas involved in speech production and fine motor coordination. As you practice and perform these activities repeatedly, the connections between the neurons involved strengthen. This is because neurons that fire together connect more efficiently. a principle known as Hebb's principle or neuroplasticity. Constant practice can lead to an improvement in the skill and efficiency of these neural networks, making tasks more automatic and fluid over time. In short, the brain is not a single homogeneous structure. It is made up of several neural networks that activate according to the task in question. The interaction between these networks and the strength of neuronal connections influence how you perform different activities and how these skills develop over time. Neuroplasticity, or neural plasticity, is a key concept for understanding how the brain adapts and learns. It is the brain's ability to modify its connections and behavior based on experience. This plasticity is fundamental to learning and memory, allowing the brain to reorganize and form new neuronal connections in response to new experiences or changes in the environment. When you learn a new skill, like playing a musical instrument or learning a new language, your brain creates new neural connections and reinforces existing ones. This process can involve both the formation of new synapses, the junctions between neurons, and changes in the strength of existing synapses. With time and practice, these connections become more efficient and faster, allowing you to perform the task more easily. On the other hand, neural plasticity is also involved in recovery from brain injuries. When one area of the brain is damaged, other areas can take over the lost functions, thanks to the brain's ability to reorganize its neuronal networks. This recovery process can be facilitated by therapies and rehabilitation that encourage the brain to form new connections and strengthen existing ones. Furthermore, neuroplasticity is not limited to just development and learning. It also plays an important role in adapting to changes in the environment and recovering from adverse experiences. For example, if you go through a stressful period, your brain can adapt to this new reality, changing the way it processes stress and dealing better with similar situations in the future. Neural networks in the brain are complex and interconnected, and the way they activate and reorganize themselves is influenced by a variety of factors, including genetics, experience, and environment. Understanding these processes helps not only in brain science, but also in practical areas such as education, psychology, and rehabilitation, where interventions and techniques can be developed to improve learning, recovery, and overall well-being. The impact of experiences on the brain is a fascinating and complex phenomenon. When we experience something new or intense, it not only activates different areas of the brain, it can also have a lasting effect on our emotions and memories. Firstly, the experiences we live directly affect the structure and functioning of brain circuits. When an event is significant or emotionally charged, it triggers a chemical response in the brain. Neurotransmitters and hormones such as dopamine, serotonin, and cortisol play essential roles in this response, helping to create and reinforce memories. Emotions are, in fact, the chemical residue of past experiences. They are the result of chemical and electrical reactions that occur in the brain in response to specific events. For example, a traumatic experience can lead to an intense release of the stress hormone cortisol, which can have a lasting impact on how the memory of that experience is stored and accessed. The emotional intensity of an event can make the memory of that event more vivid and persistent. In other words, the stronger the emotional impact, the deeper and more lasting the impression left on the brain. This is because emotionally charged experiences tend to activate the limbic system, a part of the brain that is heavily involved in forming and storing emotional memories. Memories consolidate over time, a process that involves the repetition of thoughts and emotions related to the event. When you revisit or reflect on an experience, your brain reinforces the neural connections associated with that memory. This process is known as memory consolidation and is crucial for transforming short-term memories into long-term memories. Therefore, the way you experience and process emotional events not only influences what you remember, but also shapes how your emotions are regulated and managed in the future. This highlights the importance of being aware of your experiences and the emotions they provoke, as they have the power to shape your perception and memory in significant ways. The continuity and intensity of experiences also play a crucial role in the formation of memories and emotional regulation. As you experience experiences repeatedly or reflect on them, the neural connections associated with those memories become stronger and more stable. This process is known as brain plasticity, which is the brain's ability to adapt and change over time. Brain plasticity is a vital mechanism for learning and adaptation. When you face new or challenging situations, your brain creates new synaptic connections to deal with these experiences. Over time and repetition, these connections strengthen, making it easier to remember and process information related to these experiences. However, not all experiences have a positive impact. Negative or traumatic experiences can lead to harmful thought and behavior patterns, which are reinforced by the same brain plasticity. For example, people who have had traumatic experiences may develop disorders such as anxiety or depression, in part because the brain continues to process and reinforce the memories and emotions associated with these events. The impact of experiences on the brain can also be modified by mindful interventions and practices. Techniques such as meditation, therapy, and cognitive restructuring can help alter neural connections related to negative experiences and promote a healthier state of mind. Regular practice of these techniques can contribute to the reorganization of neural networks, facilitating better emotional regulation and more adaptive processing of experiences. Furthermore, the brain is also influenced by social and environmental context. Experiences shared with other people or in specific environments can shape your memories and emotions in different ways. For example, positive experiences with friends and family can promote feelings of well-being and security, while adverse situations in toxic environments can increase stress and anxiety. In short, experiences have a profound and multifaceted impact on the brain, affecting both your neural structure and the way you experience and regulate your emotions. Brain plasticity allows you to adapt and learn from your experiences, but it also highlights the importance of mindful practices to have a positive impact on your emotional and mental well-being. The influence of emotions on behavior is a fascinating and profound topic. Emotions are, in fact, final chemicals of past events, as you mentioned. This means that our feelings are often shaped by past experiences and our emotional history. When you start your day seeking a familiar feeling, you are actually revisiting and repeating patterns from the past. If your emotions dominate your decisions and behaviors, you can end up creating a predictable, repetitive cycle in your life. This is because, by seeking familiarity, you tend to reinforce your existing personality and connect your reality to previous experiences. The daily routine, therefore, plays a crucial role in reaffirming who you are, maintaining the continuity of your emotional identity. Each repetitive action and each recurring feeling helps to solidify a reality that has already been experienced, instead of promoting significant changes. To break this cycle, it may be necessary to seek new experiences and adopt strategies that allow you to explore and process emotions in a different way. This may involve self-awareness practices, new activities that challenge your habitual patterns, and adopting a mindset that is more open to change. By doing this, you can begin to create a more diverse and rich reality rather than simply repeating the past. It's important to recognize that emotions not only shape our perception of the present, but also influence our expectations for the future. If you are constantly searching for familiar, comfortable sensations, it is likely that you are maintaining a limited view of the possibilities and opportunities that life offers. This search for familiarity and comfort can create a pattern where you cling to certainties and avoid new or challenging situations. This can lead to emotional stagnation and a feeling that life is predictable and monotonous. In other words, your emotions shape not only how you feel now, but also how you perceive and react to new experiences. To change this pattern, it's crucial to be aware of how your emotions influence your decisions. Self-awareness is key to identifying when you are acting on old emotional patterns. An effective approach may be to practice mindfulness or meditation techniques, which help increase awareness and presence in the current moment, rather than getting lost in past emotional patterns. Additionally, It is helpful to challenge your own beliefs and emotional patterns. Trying new things, pursuing new interests, and exposing yourself to different perspectives can help break away from predictability and bring new energy to your life. By doing this, you begin to create new experiences that are not only based on the past, but that also make room for a more dynamic and enriching future. Remember that emotions are a fundamental part of our human experience, but they don't have to rigidly define how we live our lives. By recognizing and working with them, you can create space for personal growth and a richer, more varied life. The concept of habits and autopilot is fascinating because it reveals how much of our daily actions are guided by automatic processes that do not require constant conscious attention. Habits are patterns of behavior that form through repetition. As you perform an action repeatedly, it becomes automatic, allowing your brain to save energy by not having to actively think about what to do in each moment. These habits can range from simple daily routines, such as brushing your teeth or exercising, to more complex patterns of thinking and behavior. When something becomes a habit, you can perform those actions without really thinking about them, because they are ingrained in your autopilot. This autopilot can be beneficial for accomplishing tasks without conscious effort, but it can also limit your choices and lead to a predictable future. If you have habits that are not productive or healthy, they can drag you into a repetitive cycle where you keep doing the same things and getting the same results without changing the course of your life. On the other hand, if you are aware of your habits and make a conscious effort to replace them with more positive ones, you can reprogram your autopilot. This involves consistently practicing new behaviors until they become automatic and replace old habits. This way, you can create a future that is more aligned with your goals and aspirations, rather than being stuck in a predictable pattern based on the past. To make this change, it is essential to understand the habit cycle. It is often described as a loop made up of 3 parts: the cue, or trigger, the routine, and the reward. The process begins with a stimulus or situation that triggers the habit. Next, the routine is the behavior or action you take in response to the cue. Finally, the reward is the positive or pleasurable result you obtain, reinforcing the behavior and consolidating the habit. To change a habit, you need to modify this loop. This usually involves identifying the trigger that starts the habit, replacing the old routine with a new one, and ensuring that the new routine offers a satisfying reward. This process can require time and effort, as the brain needs time to adjust to new associations and build new neural pathways. It is also important to consider the role of beliefs and emotions in forming and maintaining habits. Often, our habits are deeply rooted in beliefs about ourselves and the world around us. To change a habit, it may also be necessary to work on these underlying beliefs and explore the emotions that are associated with these automatic behaviors. Additionally, creating new habits can be facilitated by positive reinforcement techniques, setting clear goals, and building an environment that supports the desired changes. Small victories and achievements along the way help strengthen the new routine and increase the likelihood of long-term success. Ultimately, understanding and managing autopilot and habits is key to creating meaningful change in your life. By doing so, you can not only transform your behaviors and results, but also shape a future more aligned with your goals and desires. The idea that our thoughts and feelings create an electromagnetic field is an interesting approach that combines concepts from physics and psychology. According to this view, our emotions and thoughts generate a form of energy that manifests in an electromagnetic field around our bodies. This field is not visible to the naked eye, but it can be understood as an extension of our own energy. When you think or feel something, you are creating a specific frequency that influences the energy around you. If your thoughts and feelings are consistent and repetitive, such as living in the past or holding negative emotional patterns, you are constantly projecting the same energy. This has significant implications for the future. If you are continually recreating the same energetic pattern, you are essentially shaping your reality in a way that repeats the past. To change this reality, it is necessary to change the frequency of your electromagnetic field. This can be done by transforming your thoughts and emotions, seeking new patterns that align with the desired future. Therefore, to transform your life, it is important to become aware of how your emotions and thoughts are shaping your electromagnetic field and actively seek changes that lead to a new reality. The theory suggests that by creating an electromagnetic field with our thoughts and feelings, we are not only affecting our own energy, but also interacting with the environment around us. This field can influence how we perceive the world and how others react to us. In other words, our personal energy can attract or repel certain experiences and people, shaping our reality according to the frequency we emit. To transform this pattern and create new possibilities in your life, it is essential to begin cultivating an awareness of the type of energy you are emitting. This involves 1. Self-knowledge. Understanding your patterns of thinking and feeling is crucial. Reflect on what you are constantly thinking and feeling. Are you focused on the past, resentments or fears, or are you open to new possibilities and positive experiences? 2. Mindset change. To change your electromagnetic field, you need to change your mindset. Replace negative or limiting thoughts with positive, constructive thoughts. Practices such as gratitude, affirmations, and visualizations can help create a new energy pattern. 3. Control of emotions. Learning to manage your emotions is essential. Meditation, mindfulness, and relaxation techniques can help maintain a balanced and positive emotional state. 4. Conscious action. In addition to changing your thoughts and feelings, it is important to take actions that are aligned with the new energy you want to create. If you are seeking a different future, your actions must reflect that desire. 5. Environment and influences. Be aware of your environment and the people you interact with. They may be influencing your electromagnetic field. Surround yourself with positive, constructive influences that support the transformation you are seeking. To truly change our lives, it is essential to transform our state of being and the energy we radiate. This starts with changing the way we think and feel. We often tend to focus on feelings and memories from the past, which can limit our growth and keep our energy stuck in past experiences. This focus on the past diverts our energy and prevents us from making space for new possibilities. To create a meaningful transformation, it is essential to invest our attention and energy in the unknown, in what we have not yet experienced. By directing our focus to new opportunities and experiences, we begin to change our state of being in more profound ways. This movement of thought and energy allows our body to follow our mind, making it easier to adapt to new experiences and creating space for growth and change. Changing one's state of being and energy therefore involves a conscious effort to move away from old emotions and mental patterns and embrace the potential for new beginnings. This shift in focus helps create a new reality, aligned with our future aspirations and desires. By making this transition into the unknown, you are essentially reprogramming your mind and energy to allow new experiences and opportunities to flow into your life. This does not mean ignoring or repressing the past, but rather not letting it define your present and future reality. Instead of holding on to old stories and feelings, the idea is to recognize their influence and then direct your energy towards something more positive and enriching. This process of change also involves being aware of the emotions and thoughts you cultivate on a daily basis. If you are constantly revisiting past experiences or maintaining a negative state of mind, your energy will be aligned with these old realities, which can create a repetitive cycle of stagnation. On the other hand, by focusing on feelings and thoughts that reflect where you want to be, you begin to create a vibration that attracts new possibilities and experiences into your life. Furthermore, this change in state of being and energy can also be supported by practices such as meditation, visualization, and affirmations. These tools help align your mind with your intentions and promote a state of openness to new experiences. As you adjust your focus and energy, your environment will also begin to reflect these changes, creating a reality more aligned with your aspirations and values. Therefore, changing the state of being and energy is a continuous and conscious process of moving away from the past and opening up to the new. By doing so, you put yourself in a better position to create and experience a richer, more fulfilling life.